Hello, and welcome to a fresh new edition of Poly Playbook. We're serving up all the hot action, the cool plays, and everywhere in between for Cal Poly athletics. I'm Joe Schutz, and let's get right into it. The Cal Poly track and field team is preparing to compete in the first round of the Big West Championships this weekend, after coming off of an overall loss to rival UC Santa Barbara in last weekend's home meet. The Gauchos beat the Mustangs 104-95 on the women's side and 106-93 on the men's side. Despite the overall deficit, the Mustangs took the lead in 17 events, including men's shot put, women's long jump, and a number of races.
It was nice feeling to beat the Gauchos. They're always our rivals. It wasn't the best race, but it was a windy day, so have another race in a couple weeks.
Martinez came in first place in the 400-meter race and helped earn a second-place finish for the Mustangs in the 4x400. The Mustangs will next send 3 competitors for each of the decathlon and the heptathlon events that are set to begin at 1 p.m. this Friday at Jack Rose Stadium in Long Beach. The Cal Poly baseball team is no longer in the number 1 spot in the Big West. They were swept by Long Beach State last weekend, weakening their record. The Mustangs won both of their past weekday home games against Fresno State and Santa Clara. Here are some highlights, starting with defense. The Mustangs will resume conference play with a 3-game series against CSU Northridge this weekend. All 3 games of the series are set for 3 p.m. and will air live on ESPN Radio. The Cal Poly softball program starts its final road trip of the season, flying out to Honolulu. They play Hawaii in a 3-game series this weekend with a single game on May 6th and a doubleheader on May 7th. You might have noticed Cal Poly's softball team playing in pink on April 23rd. This was an attempt to raise money for the Hearst Cancer Resource Center. The Cal Poly program Strike Out Cancer has raised over $10,000 over the past 3 years, and the softball program alone raised over $3,000 during their doubleheader versus CSU Northridge. This past weekend, men's tennis was aiming for yet another Big West tournament championship, but the Mustangs fell to top-seeded UC Santa Barbara. Second-seeded Cal Poly's 4-1 loss Saturday morning at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden dashed the team's hopes for its 3rd Big West win in the last 5 years, and gave the Gauchos their 2nd consecutive championship after their win over UC Irvine last year. While the Mustangs may not have taken home the championship, their performance this season led to 4 players receiving all-conference distinction for singles. For singles, juniors Ben Donovan and Garrett Pro were named to the 8-player all-conference first team, and junior Corey Peng was selected for the second team. In doubles, Donovan and Peng received first-team recognition, while a pro and junior Tim Tan were named to the second team. Number 68 Cal Poly finishes the season 14-10 overall. Fall tennis for the Mustangs will start up again in September, and you can follow the team during the offseason on Twitter by searching @CalPolyTennis. The men's golf team was competing for the Big West Championship, but lost to UC Riverside. The Mustangs were leading by 3 strokes on the front 9, but a fabulous back 9 by Riverside, featuring an eagle on the final hole, led them to victory and their first Big West win in 11 years. Cole Negrin led the Mustangs, placing second with rounds of 74, 70, and 69 for a 3 under par total. All 5 Mustangs who competed in the Big West Finals will return next year. That's all we have today for sports action. You can log on to mustangnews.net and Instagram for continuous Cal Poly sports coverage, and you can follow us on Snapchat for live sports updates. I'm Joe Schutz, and have a great weekend.